Monday evening for everyone. Well, maybe we can start off with getting everyone to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about what film they did and why that film came about.
My name is Han Yang. I'm the last one, the ghost one. Somehow the film came about, actually we also never thought of it. But then it just, because of the competition, just joined. Yeah, we also know the team is in last minute. So we just, everything is quite last minute. Yeah, so this is how it came about. And this is my producer.
Okay, hi, my name is Kadi, and I helped him produce the movie, the short film. And as he said, it was a last minute thing, but we just did our very best. I'm also one of the actors inside the Black Ghost, okay, since they thought I was dark enough, and so they added more paint on me. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and we did the foreign worker documentary. Actually, we just did it as part of like a final year class project, so you don't see like fancy corporate names behind it and stuff. Yeah, but we did it because we felt that there isn't a representation of foreign workers in Singapore generally, as in we just know that they build stuff for us, and and that's it. You know, like nobody really cares whether they have thoughts in their heads and whether they do anything after that. Yeah, all you think about is like them lifting up bricks and putting them together, and then like maybe hanging out in Little India or like at Lucky Plaza or something, but you don't know like what they really do after hours as it is. So yeah. I'm Xitia from the same team.
Hi, my name is Chi Tian. With my co-director Derek, we did Peter, the documentary about the guy with paralysis. The film was shot last year, and it was commissioned for the International Conference on Rehabilitative Technology that was in April last year. So they wanted to do a film on someone with disability, talking about a story and an inspiring story. This film came about then, and I hope it touched you, and thank you.
I'm Derek, and yeah, like Chen said, we did this basically, we hope to inspire not only the handicapped, but normal people like us to appreciate life better. So somehow we hope that gets across. Yeah, thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan, and I was the director for Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar was shot in 2008. It's my second latest film. And how it started was that the writer, who is also the assistant director, he wrote the story and he actually shot the film as his FYP back in Temasek Poly. But it was really different from the one that I did, and the initial one that he shot was entirely in English, and he didn't like it, so he asked if I would like to take over the script and give my own rendition to the script, and I decided to respect his script in a sense because the dialogues and the poetry and everything was written by him, and it was a personal story of his own. So I kept it as it is and just did a direct translation in Mandarin and did not make any addition to the dialogues and poems itself. Yeah, that was how Brown Sugar came about.
Okay, for anyone who is first timer at First Take, this is where everyone gets to ask questions or have any comments for any of the filmmakers regarding their films. You can just sort of shout it out from your seat. So does anybody have anything at all to mention why they were laughing watching the plight of foreign workers? How could you all be so cruel? You know, something like that. Did you like the ghost story for this period of time? I take it by the silence that everybody likes everything that was shown today. Well, maybe I can start the ball rolling by asking Jonathan, since you're holding the mic. I guess the story The story seems very, very personal for a final year project. Was it drawn from someone's experience or I mean, your own? Or
Like I said, it was the story writer's pretty personal story, and we try to keep everything as tied to the original story as possible, even though I try to give my own rendition and my own perspective of the film. Yeah.
and also, what I noticed most significantly about it was just one actress, one location. There were a couple of shots which was somewhere else. Was it actually very hard to direct just one person in such an emotionally wrenching film?
That's one of the differences of Brown Sugar and the original film that the story writer shot. I tried to tell the story in a single actress perspective. Initially, in the final idea, I actually wanted to take out the guy totally, and yeah, but after my producer took a look at the first cut, she was saying that we gathered a few people's opinions, and they were saying that to include the guy in, but it was one of the challenges that we sort of like set out to do, to tell a story with try to be in a single location with a single actress. Yeah.
Also, I guess technically I noticed that, what I enjoyed about the story was that it started off quite light-hearted and then it just kind of got significantly darker, especially when you can also see technically with how the colors start out really warm, but then the music starts going downhill. What was your actual intention of doing a story like that in that way?
Yes, the color was part of the plan, but for music-wise, I actually set out when I told my sound designer, or rather my friend who did the sound, that I wanted a more subtle touch to the mood and the whole pacing, but it still ended up a bit dramatic, especially the flashback scene. Yeah, but generally we wanted the whole feel to start off lighthearted and then slowly gets darker and everything. So I guess that part worked out pretty alright.
Does anybody have any comments regarding Brown Sugar?
Can I ask how you think the English version and the Mandarin version differ from each other?
Okay, just let me briefly tell you how the English version was like. The English version was that Kaylin, or the main character, the lady, she lives in a big mansion and she's all alone and all. And she used, the words used were exactly what you saw on the subtitles. So it was a bit hard to grasp if you just use your ears to listen. And it's pretty hard to sort of like get the significance of each and every word that the story writer used. So I sort of like made the translation in Mandarin much simpler, but the subtitle to respect his poetry kept it as the original.